Miss Shea. Miss Janet Shea. 30 seconds to broadcast, Miss Shea.
Okay, Glitzy, I'm almost ready.
We're so happy here in New Orleans Division of Santa's Workshop to have you here for our first full-length production.
Thank you, Glitzy. That's very sweet of you.
And the First Lady of New Orleans Theatre.
Thank you.
Miss Shea, I have to ask, do you have any advice for the children this Christmas season?
Oh, yes. Kids, if you want to be sure to get a puppy for Christmas, just beg for a little sister.
Miss Shea! So silly.
I know.
Welcome to the Sprinkles and Tinsel Very Merry Holly Daze special. With our special guest stars, the Mixon Sisters, Michael J. Smith, and the First Lady of New Orleans Theatre, Miss Janet Shea. And now, your hosts, the elves with all the names of the nice and naughty, the magical, the effervescent, the unpredictable, Sprinkles and Tinsel.
Thank you, everybody, for that wonderful welcome.
Especially since we gave them all special access to the nice list.
Tinsel, have you been telling people they get special attention by watching this special?
No, I merely suggested that there's more than one way to be nice. Click.
Oh, Tinsel, you know that's not the way we do things around here. You have to earn your place on the nice list.
This special goes the way I think it will. They'll earn it.
Well, now you behave. You're setting a very bad example for all those wonderful kids out there watching us.
Not yet. Give me time.
Anyway, folks, we have some wonderful guests for you tonight.
You know,
and we're going to be... What?
A lot of people out there have questions about us.
Oh, that's true. And that reminds me. The first question of the evening is from 8-year-old Mary Ann in Bucktown. And she asks, why are you so tall? I thought elves were very short.
Oh, that's a very good question, Mary Ann. As magical beings, we have to react to the fluctuations in humidity, temperature, and locale. When it's hotter, we're taller. In the North Pole, we're about 2 feet tall. Down here in New Orleans, we're bigger than bingo. Thank you, Mary Ann.
Our second question of the evening is from Bobby, 6-year-old Bobby in Lakeview. And he asks, how does Santa get all those toys into his sleigh?
Oh, very good question, Bobby.
Yes?
Well, a little known fact. Only 1/4 of the presents are actually made at the North Pole. The rest of the presents are made at satellite workshops around the world, just like ours here in New Orleans. The boss just shows up, loads up the sleigh, and off he goes. Bye.
See you next
Thank
year.
you, Bobby.
And our final question of the evening is from 49-year-old... 49? Tawny from Bridge City. And she asks, can you bring me that handsome actor, Michael J. Smith? I've been very, underlined 49 times, good.
Well, it is Christmas.
Congratulations, Tawny and Bridge City. You got your wish. Ladies and gentlemen, and Tawny, please welcome Michael J. Smith.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all, with those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happiest season of all. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling at Jackson Square. There'll be bonfires blazing the way down the levee to show Papa Noel right here. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Though the legend of Santa's workshop has been told for centuries, it wasn't till 1856 when the famous American author Louisa May Alcott spilled the beans and told the world about the elves. But did she tell us everything? Tonight, we'll get a rare look behind the sleigh at a typical day in the lives of the toy-making elves.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Team Garland, take your break. Back in 10 minutes. Ho, 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 ho.
So they got the potato heads mixed up with the Slinkies. If we hadn't put it in time, we would have sent out to 1 million kids vegetable slicers. So, what's the gossip?
Well, do you know Jingle over in the doll division?
Yeah.
Yeah. They say she's got a bun in the oven.
Oh.
Yeah. She's making it for a party tonight.
Oh, that's nothing. Evergreen and Shipping is having an affair. Oh. Yeah. He's throwing the party tonight. She's making the bun for it.
You call that gossip? That's not gossip. It's like they always say, if you haven't got anything nice to say about anybody,
You'll end up on a naughty list.
Anyway, you know Teddy over at Action Toys? I heard that he shot a toy rocket directly into his foot.
No!
Yes, the doctor said it's the worst case of mistletoe she's ever seen.
Oh, another Christmas is nearly come and gone. How many Christmases has it been for you now, Sprinkles?
Oh, I go way back, Glitzy. Yeah, George Washington still had his real teeth.
And how long has it been for you, Tinsel?
My first Christmas, Queen Victoria was still pretty amused. What about you, Glitzy? What was your first?
My first Christmas? Britney Spears did it again. For the first time. You know, it makes me kind of sad. I'll never get to be elves like you two. I'm just so new.
Oh, no, Glitzy, you gotta start somewhere.
That's true. Why, without young elves like you, one day, presents may go unmade. Stockings may go unstuffed. Gingerbread men may go uneaten. Wait a minute, there's a better deal for them.
Yeah, anyway, Glitzy, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. And I suggest you finish your hot cocoa.
Yes, sir.
See? So, how are things in the doll division?
Oh, good. We're making those dolls that wet themselves, but the line moves too fast. My last shift, I nearly drowned.
Oh.
What about you? How are things in transportation?
Oh, well, you know, Prancer's under the weather. Just sauntering now. And Cupid and Vixen?
Yeah?
They're having an affair. Oh, and Blitzen has been hitting the eggnog again.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun flight.
Hey, fellas. What are you doing for your after-Christmas break this year?
Oh, I'm going down to the South Pole. Yeah, I want to see how the other half lives.
What about you, Tinsel?
I'm going to Norway to visit my friend Teety. She just got work as a garden gnome.
Oh.
What about you, Glitzy?
Well, I'm staying here in New Orleans. Professor Carl Naval and Grand Marshal Mardi Gras have invited me to stay with them for Mardi Gras this year.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, that sounds like so much more fun than what I've got planned. Do you think they'd mind if we joined in?
I don't see why not. The more the merrier.
Oh, yeah!
Team Garland, back to work. Ho, 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 ho. Team Ribbon.
Yeah.
It's time. I'm making a donut.
Oh, that reminds me, Tinsel. When you get back to the candy cane line, make sure you got the accoutrements taken care of, because that last batch came out looking like a bunch of nines.
Nines across the board.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome Jessica, Whitney, and Libby, the Mixon Sisters.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round young virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent, silent, holy night, round thy head a radiant, lovely, lovely boy with golden hair. Parents guard thee with tender care. Sleep, thy darling one, sleep, sleep, thy darling one, sleep. Oh, ooh.
Tonight, we bring you a special treat. A radio play, complete with live sound effects, just as it would have been done during the golden age of radio in the 20th century. We hope you enjoy NOLA Voice Theatre and The Christmas Tulip.
Once upon a time, when New Orleans was newer than today, there lived a flower shop owner everyone called Miss Camille. Her boutique in the French Quarter did a brisk business, especially during the holidays.
Miss Camille, I need a dozen roses immediately.
Right away, Mrs. Johnson.
Miss Camille, what do you have in a nice ass, Badistra?
Right this way, Mrs. Williams.
Miss Camille, I need 40 centerpieces for my dining room table tonight.
Oh, I'll have them ready for you by 5 o'clock, Mr. Legrand.
But most of all, Miss Camille was known for her beautiful tulips. While other florists never had the blooms at Christmas, Miss Camille's shop was always bursting with elegant arrangements. Every season, the large front window glowed with the vibrant whites, yellows, and reds of dozens of tulips, which cheered the entire neighborhood, especially the lady across the street, old Miss Elsie. Miss Elsie, as long as anyone could recall, had always been around. The ancient tenement where she lived had once been her family home, but the years had forced her to rent out all the other rooms to survive. Now, both the house and the lady are small. Shabby, yes, but somehow still regal. Some in the neighborhood made fun of Miss Elsie.
There she is. You know, they say she's so old, she planted the first cypress. That thing is big.
Oh, honey, put on a decent dress, slap on a coat of paint, and make an effort. You're driving down property values.
Look at her. She's what? 78 years old? And what has she done with herself? Nothing. Even where she lives. Nothing. The way I see it, it's all about positive thinking.
The comments hurt Miss Elsie. She felt that no one cared about her, and maybe they didn't. Her family was long since gone, as were all of her friends. For years, she had been by herself, but this year, she felt more alone than ever. One evening after Miss Camille's shop had closed, Miss Elsie found herself staring in the window. She marveled at the festival of tulips, even as she wished she had someone there to share the sight. Her eyes settled on a large pot in the center with a single large green stem growing from it, when a voice behind her said,
Beautiful, aren't they?
Oh, you startled me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be standing here blocking the sidewalk.
Oh, no, please. I enjoy seeing folks look in my window.
What, your window? Oh, yes. Yes, you're Miss Camille, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am, I am. And you're Miss Elsie from across the street, aren't you?
Oh, you know my name. Well, guilty as charged. Miss Camille, may I ask you a question?
Of course.
How do you do it?
How do I do what?
The tulips. How do you get all these tulips in the dead of winter?
Well, it's kind of a trade secret, but I suppose I can tell you. The answer is love and caring.
What?
Well, that in my greenhouse. But even my greenhouse only does so much. Now, as corny as it sounds, the secret is definitely love and caring. When I'm not working in the shop, I spend nearly all of my time tending to my tulips.
Now, Miss Camille, I may have been born at night, but it wasn't last night.
No, it's true. I discovered a long time ago that the tulips are the most sensitive of the flowers. They thrive on love and care and need it every day.
Oh, what do you do? Sing to them?
Sometimes. I water and feed them, of course, and tend to their beds, but I also spend time with them. I talk to them a lot, and I play music for them all day long on the radio. They seem to like classical music best.
Oh, so do I. I can't abide that modern stuff. And you think that's why you have tulips when no one else does?
Well, you can see the proof of it right here, Miss Elsie.
And what about that large pot over there in the center?
Oh, that one? That's my problem child. It was the first tulip to grow, but the last one to bloom. No matter what I do, it just refuses to open. That's why I brought it here to the shop. I thought if I could give it some extra attention and love, it might come through, but no luck so far.
I suppose some children are like that. Too bad. It looks much grander than the others. Just, not ready yet. Well, I must be going. It's getting late. Good night, Miss Camille. Nice to have met you.
Nice to have met you too, Miss Elsie. Good night.
Over the next few days leading up to Christmas, Miss Camille began to pay more attention to her neighbor. She watched through the window as Miss Elsie went about her business, scrubbing the front stoop and sweeping the sidewalk every morning, making groceries with her small bags, sweeping up again in the late afternoon. But most of all, she noticed that no one seemed to care about Miss Elsie. Folks on the street either passed her by without a glance, bumped into her as they rushed along, or worse, treated her like a nuisance. One breezy afternoon, while outside cleaning her shop window, Camille witnessed a scene.
Hey! What you doing, old lady?
Oh, goodness me. Are you all right, young man?
Look what you've done. My papers are all over the sidewalk. I have an important appointment in a few moments.
I'm sorry. Here, let me help you.
No, get away. You're only gonna get them dirtier. Don't you know enough not to block the sidewalk?
Well, I wasn't. I was just sweeping it clean. Well, you came up so fast, I didn't see you.
You know, you saw nothing, lady. Oh, no, the wind. Lady, grab those papers. There.
Which ones, these?
There they go. Oh, you stupid, blind old woman. You've ruined me. Can't you do anything right?
Oh, no, see here, young man.
You're useless. You hear me? Useless. Ugh! You should be put away in a home. Hey, mister, those are mine. Don't step on them.
Camille was already at Miss Elsie's side as the man rushed off. She saw the elderly lady just standing there, leaning on her broom and staring into the gutter.
Miss Elsie, are you okay? Miss Elsie?
Useless.
What was that?
He said I'm useless.
Miss Elsie.
I was just sweeping up like always. He rushed up so fast and his papers...
Miss Elsie, it wasn't your fault. I saw everything. He ran into you.
Useless. Well, maybe I am now.
Miss Elsie, please come over to my shop. I've got a fresh pot of tea going.
Excuse me, Miss Camille. I'm not well. I need to go inside.
The rest of the week, no one saw Miss Elsie. Her stoop went unscrubbed, the trash and leaves littered her sidewalk, and no groceries were made. Camille waited and watched, hearing the same words in her head over again. Caring and loving. And then she had an idea. Grabbing her hat and coat, she gently took a particular plant out of her window and went across the street.
Yes, what is it? Oh, Miss Camille, is there anything wrong?
Oh, no. Well, yes, in a way. I'm sorry to bother you unannounced. May I come in?
Well, I'm not prepared for company.
I'll only stay for a moment, Miss Elsie. Please.
Well, all right, come in.
Thank you. Miss Elsie, I need your help with this.
Your problem child.
Yes, you see. Oh, Miss Elsie, is that you in the picture?
Oh, yes. That was when I was only 18. That's my mother and father and my grandfather there. He built this house. And that was my fiancé, Robert. He proposed that night. Do you recognize where we were?
I think, is it Antoine's?
Right. Score one for you. Oh, what a wonderful Christmas Eve that was. But that's all in the past. What can I do for you, Miss Camille?
Do you remember our first conversation? You asked my secret, and I told you loving and caring. Well, I think this tulip needs more love and care than I can give it. In fact, I think the only one who can is you.
You do you?
Yes, ma'am, I do. You see, this tulip, well, I just know this one is special. It's got something unique and precious, but I can't bring it out. I've tried. But I know that you can.
I'm not a gardener, child. I don't know anything about tulips.
But you do know about struggling and survival and growing where you're planted. You're the only one who knows what this tulip is going through.
Well...
But you both like classical music. You have a lot in common. So what do you say, Miss Elsie? That tulip needs you. I need you.
Well, when you put it that way, what does it eat?
The next morning, Miss Elsie was back out scrubbing her stoop and chatting to the tulip sitting on the top step. Later that day, Camille saw Miss Elsie making groceries with the tulip pot crooked in her arm like an infant. And that night, she watched Miss Elsie finish up her sweeping, pick up the tulip, and head back inside her home. As the days wound down to Christmas, Camille also noticed a change in her neighbors towards the old lady. People who once ignored her now stopped to talk to her and her tulip companion, and the people who once made fun of her now thought differently.
Oh, there she is. You know, they say that tulip of hers is a very rare type, and she's the only one in the whole country who can grow it.
Oh, honey, I look forward to seeing you every morning taking care of the street. You're driving up our property values.
Ah, look at her. She's what? 78 years old? Ah, and look what she's done with herself. Terrific. I tell you, it's the power of positive thinking.
Finally, it was Christmas Eve, and everyone in the French Quarter was ready for the big day. Miss Camille walked up the street to open her shop and found Miss Elsie there, holding a large paper bag. The women stood back and marveled at the tulip finally bloomed. It truly was special. Twice as big as the other tulips, its flower was a deep, rich purple, scattered with dots of green and yellow, like stars in the night sky. It was magnificent.
Miss Elsie, what can I say?
I found her this morning.
Her?
Yes, her. Didn't you know?
Well, I do now.
Oh, she was so beautiful. I just had to catch you first thing and show her off.
Oh, I'm so glad you did. You've done such a wonderful job of getting her to bloom. I want to put it back in the window for everyone to see.
Oh, well,
What is it?
It's just that, well, would you mind if I stayed with her today? I think she needs me.
Miss Elsie, I think that is a wonderful idea.
The ladies spent the day together in the shop as visitors came in to admire the glorious new Christmas tulip. And each of them congratulated Miss Elsie on her achievement, which made the elderly lady simply glow with pride. Before they knew it, the shop was sold out of everything, and it was time to close.
Thanks again. Merry Christmas. What a day, eh, Miss Elsie?
Oh, yes, it was. I need to sit down for a spell.
Of course. There's a chair right here.
Oh, thank you. And, would you get my tulip out of the window? This time of night, we like to sit together and chat a bit.
Well, yes, ma'am. Here you are. She looks very happy.
Well, she should be. The entire French Quarter came through here today to see her. Come, sit with us, Miss Camille.
All right.
Yes, my girl had a big day. Her coming out party. On Christmas Eve, no less. And I have you to thank, child.
Oh, don't thank me. You did all the work. Why, you did me a favor, really.
Oh, hush. I'm an old woman. I know more than you think I know. And I'm grateful. Having this tulip to care for, knowing you needed me, for the first time in decades, I finally feel like I'm part of something again. I'm no longer alone. Miss Camille, thank you.
I don't know what to say.
Then say nothing. Well, we should go. It's been a big day for all of us. Merry Christmas, Miss Camille.
Miss Elsie, wait. Would you join me for dinner tonight?
What?
We'll go to Antoine's. They're having a Réveillon dinner. We'll be eating for hours. My treat.
But I can't go there, not like this. I'm not dressed for dinner.
Well, you can't let me go alone. Look, I have a jacket you can put on over your dress. There, you look fine.
But my hair, I can't be seen looking like this.
Well, here. Someone left this hat here weeks ago. We'll just add a few tulips to the band. Et voilà, Paris, Milan, Elsie.
But don't you need reservations?
I don't. The maitre d's an old boyfriend.
Oh, Antoine's. I haven't been in so long. I doubt anyone would remember me.
If they don't when we get there, they'll remember you when we leave. Come on, I'll get a table for 3. You, me, and the Christmas tulip.
Well, I think the special is going beautifully, don't you, Grand Marshal?
I agree with you, Professor.
Oh! Well, we didn't see you there. I am your humble Professor Carl Naval.
Grand Marshal Mardi Gras here.
And we'd like to thank Sprinkles and Tinsel for allowing us to be backstage here at the Very Merry Holly Daze special so that we can enjoy it with all of you. You know, at this festive time of year, we take the opportunity to look back and find the things which make us truly grateful.
And one of the things we're most grateful for is Mayor LaToya Cantrell for giving us the honor of culture bearers for the city of New Orleans.
The proclamation was issued earlier this year for celebrating our 25 years in New Orleans Carnival and New Orleans Mardi Gras. Oh, well, I see we're just about to begin. Before we go, we'd like to remind all of you during the Carnival and Mardi Gras season to follow us on all of our social media for the latest parades, news, updates, weather, and more. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Prof. Carl Naval.
Grand Marshal Mardi Gras on Facebook.com, as well as check out Simply Stunning Designs on Facebook.com.
Until then, we wish you all a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and a happy and safe Carnival 2022!
We'd like to thank our regulars, Michelle Plaideau and Stephen Denning.
And our very special musical guest this evening, Michael J. Smith, the Mixon Sisters,
And of course, our very special guest star, Miss Janet Shea.
And from all of us to all of you, we'd like to thank you for watching.
We'll see you next year, and until then, have a safe and very merry holidays! Bye! Thanks for watching!